Woo! Happy Friday. Or like my neighbor in the elevator told me this morning, happy Friday. I'm like, yeah. Oh man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Let's get into these wins, losses, and lessons, baby. We not wasting no time today. We getting straight to it. First up, we got the wins. What kind of wins y'all had this week? Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to drop your wins, losses, and lessons in the comments. We not judging over here. I know we still growing, but I want to hear from y'all. All right, let's grow our little community. And I think you might be able to comment on this video if you're watching on Spotify too. I'm not sure. All right, so let's see. My wins. Yo, I actually had a huge win this week with the podcast. Your boy is officially in the top 1% of podcasters, y'all, from an output standpoint. Okay, not from listeners, from an output standpoint. According to Google, many industry sources report that 90% of podcasts don't make it past episode 3. And it goes on to say, of that 10% that do make it past episode 3, 90% of those podcasts don't make it past episode 20. Y'all, we are currently on episode 22. Isn't that crazy? Dude, I feel like I just started the other day. So if you've been thinking about starting a podcast, but you haven't because you think it's too saturated or too many people doing it, listen, it's not as saturated as you think. The data is literally showing us that people are starting podcasts, realizing it's a lot of work, and then quitting. So next time you hear somebody say stuff like, man, everybody got a podcast nowadays, just know they out here uploading 1 and 2 episodes, then quitting. Matter of fact, remember that one episode where I was talking about how low the bar is nowadays? This is what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about. All you have to do is make it to episode 20 or 21 to be in the top 1% of podcasters in terms of longevity and consistency. Not even 200, not even 100, 20. Anyway, hopefully this serves as a little inspiration to my fellow podcast friends or my future fellow podcast friends, if you're thinking about doing it. You literally just have to stay consistent, man. You got this. So yeah, that was a huge win for me this week, and I feel proud of myself, man. I feel proud of myself. We still early on the journey, and I just want to say I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. The few people that's here, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. I really do. And I want to keep showing up and making some hopefully good content for you guys. As for my losses, y'all, this 180 grams, 190 grams of protein thing is kicking my butt. I'm not even gonna lie. So remember last week I said I was forgetting to eat? And so I said I was gonna set the alarms to remind myself to eat. Okay, so now I'm at the point where like I'm eating more, but I'm not even hungry. And it's almost like I'm stuffing myself just to hit the protein goal, and I feel gross. Like at what point is this gluttony? You know? I don't know, man. I don't want to just be eating just to eat. You know, I did that most of my childhood, and that's why I was a fat little kid. Man, I was like 10 or 11 years old running around here with titties. I would go swimming and keep my shirt on. I was that kid. I was so embarrassed of my body, man. So I figured if I kept my shirt on in the pool, nobody could see my body. But what I didn't realize at the time was when water hit the shirt, it actually amplifies the fact that you got titties. So basically, I wasn't really fooling nobody but myself. Anyway, I say all that to say, man, I'm not trying to be out here swimming with my shirt on again. And eating just to hit a protein goal sure feel like I'm going in that direction. So I think I might have to scale back on the protein goal a little bit. I've been averaging like 150, 160 grams of protein a day, and I think that's pretty solid. I think I'm gonna stay right there. And to be honest, if I lose a little muscle during the cut because of this, man, it's all good, bro. It's all it's all good. I'm gonna get it back. It's not the end of the world, you know. I'm willing to take my chances. I'm not stuffing myself no more. Screwing my digestive system up. Y'all, it got so bad on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? It was Wednesday or Tuesday. I just didn't eat at all. The only thing I had that day was a protein shake just because I wanted to give my digestive system a break, man. That bad boy been working overtime for me. And I also learned that I have a slow digestive system. So food moves slower through my body than most people, I believe, which also makes sense why OMAD, eating 1 meal a day, works so well for me. So yeah, man, that's my loss for the week. And honestly, I don't even know if I want to consider that a loss. At this point, it's more like an adjustment or a course correction. Anyway, moving on to the lesson of this week. This week, I have really been reflecting on the fact that I am so proud of myself for thinking for myself and trusting my own judgment and not following the crowd over all these years. Not doing stuff just because everybody else is doing it. I've been reflecting on that this week because I'm really starting to see that that paid off in my life. I look around sometimes and I see people in situations that I easily could have been in, easily. And I'm just so grateful that I'm not in those situations. Not because I'm better than anybody. Not because that's not what I'm saying, but because there were moments where society tried to convince me to fold on who I was, and I didn't. I stayed true to who I was. And like I said, man, I'm really starting to see it pay off in my life, and it feels so good. It feels so good to stick to your guns and see everything play out the way you thought it would play out. I worked at Sears for a short period of time during college. Man, this must have been, whew, man, this must have been like 13 years ago. Oh my gosh. Ooh, your boy getting up there. But I was an electronic salesman. So you would come to see me whenever you need to buy a TV, TV, DVD players, your boy got you. But I remember one time this older white guy came in, and super, super cool dude. I don't even know who he was. We just ended up getting in this deep conversation about life. And I remember him telling me, when you see everybody going one way, you might want to go the other direction. And that stuck with me for some reason. All these years, I just kept thinking of that. That kept me out of a lot of situations. Shout out to that dude out there. If you that dude and you listening to this, man, shout out to you. And hopefully your TV's still working that I sold you. And hopefully I sold you a good TV and not a used one. But yeah, man, I think thinking for yourself is a form of protection. Trusting yourself is like a long-term investment that you just got to stand on. You got to stand on what you believe. Sometimes the safest decision for who you are, for your identity, is the one that feels unpopular in the moment to everybody. Because, following the crowd might make you feel accepted, but it won't always make you feel aligned. And I'm huge on alignment. I don't care who doing what. If it's not aligned with who I am or what I'm doing, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And nowadays, I feel like you need to think for yourself more than ever. Listen, we do not live in a day and age where you need to be making a habit of outsourcing your decisions to the majority. Whoo, man, have y'all seen the world lately? It's not too many people I trust making my decisions for me these days. So, yeah, the lesson for this week that I learned was thinking for yourself, even when it's uncomfortable and unpopular, really does pay off in the long run, man. So, yeah, that's what I got for you on this Friday. Nice little end of the week check in. I hope your Friday is amazing. I hope your weekend is spectacular. And remember to think for yourself this weekend, okay? Don't be doing stuff just because everybody out there doing it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel or the pod if you haven't already done so. Also, please leave me a review on the show. Let me know how I'm doing. I know we're still growing, but that would mean the world to your boy, okay? And as always, if you like this episode, send it to a friend. If you hated this episode, send it to an enemy. But regardless, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And thank you for hearing me out.